So hello everybody, my name is Abby Segura and I am a programs lead at our Office of Study Abroad at Cal State Fullerton. We're super excited to be hosting the first day of our virtual expo. And here we have Kristen who will be giving us our info session today. And I'll leave it over to you.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Abby. So my name is Kristen Ewell, and I am the Senior Director of U.S. Operations and Marketing for a company called Barcelona Study Abroad Experience. So as you may have guessed, we are a Barcelona-based boutique provider. So we really focus on, getting to know our students, and in turn, we really want you to see the city of Barcelona through a local lens. So we've had lots of Fullerton students over the years, and we hope, once study abroad gets going again, from what I understand, I believe next fall is what, the soonest that you would be able to go on our program. But I will just do a quick introduction, kind of a very quick overview of all of our programs. If anybody has any questions, you're more than welcome to drop them in the chat. Otherwise, I will save a little bit of time at the end for some question and answer as well. All right, this is just a quick overview video of what we do, what our program's all about. So I will go ahead and play this. Hopefully the sound comes through okay.
Looks like the sound stopped.
The music's on stop?
Yeah.
How about now? Can you hear it or no? I'm not sure how that came through on your end, but we will have that available. It's up on our YouTube as well if you guys wanted to check that out. So first question that we get a lot from students. So we understand there are plenty of programs in Barcelona. Barcelona is a very popular destination for students to study abroad. What makes us a little bit different, so as I said earlier, we are a boutique study abroad provider. So we're a lot smaller. We really focus on that individualized and that personalized attention. So the fact that we're only in one city, we're able to offer all of our, time, energy, resources towards just one city. And in turn, we're able to give you guys a really high quality program at a really affordable cost. So we have a full US team that includes myself and then also a Barcelona based team made up of, locals, expats. Actually, our founder and CEO is originally from Chicago, but he's lived in Barcelona almost 20 years. So he brings a really unique dual perspective to our program. So we just really want to give you 100% support from the time that you are first interested to the time that you apply, to when you get on the flight, to when you, are on your program, all the way until you return home. So our on-site team really encourages each and every student to connect with the city in a way according to, your individual interests. We also give, a lot of attention towards cultural and language immersion and integration. So some ways that we do that, we have a cultural mentor program where our students are paired up with a local staff member. That's kind of your point person while you're on site in Barcelona. If you have questions, where is the best place to get tapas on a Tuesday or see live music on a Thursday, your cultural mentor will be a really good resource for you. We do weekly cultural activities. So every week there's something going on, whether it's a cooking class or a salsa lesson, there's always something going on in the city. It's a great way for you to not only connect with Barcelona, but also to get to know other students on the program. We do a variety of day trips, excursions, most of which are included in the cost of our programming as well. A homestay option. So for those of you out there that are really looking to improve your Spanish, I cannot recommend a homestay enough. It's a really great way for you to take your language to the next level. And then also a nice added bonus is you get breakfast and dinner included and laundry service once a week. So a homestay is going to be the same cost as what a residence hall or an apartment would be. But if you're doing a residence hall or apartment, all of the cooking would be on your own. So I always tell students it's a little bit of a better deal because it includes the 2 meals a day, and all of our homestay families are absolutely lovely. We do opportunities for language exchange. So if you're wanting to meet some local students, where you can practice your Spanish. They would like to practice their English. We have those opportunities, volunteer days, the Barcelona bucket list. So I'll talk a little bit more about that in a moment, but it's 100 different things to do throughout the city, a lot of which are kind of off the beaten path. So again, just a really great way to connect with Barcelona through a local lens. And then we have an online student guide, which is your comprehensive source for all things Barcelona. If you want to know where are some of the best vegetarian restaurants, where are the best places to get a haircut, where do I go and buy stamps for a postcard, all of that's going to be in the online student guide. So a little bit more about what makes us different. So we focus only on Barcelona. Barcelona is our love, it's our focus, and we know the city inside and out. We also are leaders on diversity and inclusion. So our Todos initiative, which Todos, for those of you that don't speak Spanish, means all, and it's the acronym for it is the Outcomes-Based Diversity Outreach Strategy. So we have a number of different scholarships that are connected to that. So we definitely encourage you to check those out on our website. It's just the top bar at barcelonasae.com. Affordable programs, again, we are one of the most affordable programs in Barcelona with the most included. Variety of academic and internship options, focus on intercultural immersion, which I already talked about, and that individualized piece. So a little bit more about Todos. So Todos is based on the 4 pillars. So providing financial resources, inclusive academic programming, targeted outreach, and intercultural training. So again, any barriers that students might see when going abroad, Todos is something that kind of serves to try and remove those barriers. So for instance, we have our Todos need-based scholarship. We have a summer ambassador scholarship that actually provides a full ride to students. So there's lots of different scholarship opportunities available with our programs. So please check them out. And here are some of the scholarships that we offer. It's by no means a comprehensive list, but again, please check out our website, barcelonasae.com, and you can read all about what the requirements are and how to apply. So real quick about our study abroad programs. And again, I know I'm going very quickly through this, so if you do have any questions pop up, just drop them in the chat. But we work with 4 different universities in Barcelona. So we offer semester-long programs, summer, May term, and J term. So we have our own study center, which is the Barcelona SAE Academic Study Center, the School for International Studies. So I'll talk a little bit more about that. We call it SIS, so SIS for School for International Studies. This is going to be a local campus where you are sharing your courses mostly alongside other American students. And then we also work with 3 other institutions in the city, the UAB, the UB, and the UPF. So a little bit about SIS. This is going to have the widest variety of terms that you can go abroad. So this is like our only summer option, for instance, May term, J term. We have a few programs as well that travel, whether it's throughout Spain or throughout Europe. So that is the one small exception to our Barcelona only rule. But I'll talk a little bit more about that in a moment. So our study center, our SIS program. So for our semester programs, we include what we call the Barca Local Integration Week. So that's going to be a week where you're getting to know the city through a local lens. We do a lot of different, service learning projects. We'll have a full comprehensive health and safety and a cultural orientation. We talk a lot about, what makes Catalunya, the state that Barcelona is within, what makes that different than the rest of Spain. Immersive field studies. So pretty much every course is going to include trips out to Barcelona, and you're really using Barcelona as your classroom. Very, very small class sizes. So anywhere from 8 to 20 students, depending on the course. Spanish courses can actually be a little bit smaller, which is great because we offer Spanish for every level. We hear time and time again from our students how much they love their SIS professors. Variety of electives in English and Spanish as well. And then a nice little added bonus is this one's on the US grading system. So our school of record is Jacksonville University in Florida. So it typically makes for a really easy transfer of credits. There's a lot of courses that are related to our Todos initiative as well. So there's a small list, some gender and identity courses, leadership and coaching in a diverse world. We're always adding additional courses as well. So the semester options that we offer. So there's 3 different things that you can do. So you can take only courses. It's about 4 to 5 classes or 12 to 15 credits. You can do courses plus an internship. So it's about 2 to 3 classes, and then you combine it with an internship in your field of study. Or you can take courses at our study center and then also on a local campus at the UPF. So we have a few different tracks that you can choose from depending on, the experience that you're hoping to have. So our study plus internship option, so that's a really great option, maybe for students that are having a little bit more difficulty finding courses for your major while abroad. So you could come to Barcelona, you could take maybe a Spanish language course, an elective or a gen ed, and then you could combine it with an internship in your field of study. So we would do a Skype interview with you as a part of the application process. That really allows us to get to know you, some of your goals and what you're hoping to achieve through the internship. And then we find the placement based on that interview. So we could have two business majors and their internships could be completely different depending on, what their career goals are. You're doing anywhere from about 15 to 20 hours of internship courses per week or internship hours per week. And then the courses that are available are generally going to be in business, culture, psychology, art. Those are just some of the more popular majors, and then lots of different professional development opportunities as well. And then the option if you wanted to combine our study center with a local institution. This is a really great option if you're wanting to be in classes alongside local Barcelona students. So it's going to be, a lot of locals and then also international students as well from all over the world. You would generally attend your courses at our study center in the morning and then at the local institution in the afternoon. The UPF, I'll jump into a little bit more detail in a moment, but it was founded back in like the early 1990s. So it's a newer institution within Spain. But it's ranked #1 in terms of, a lot of different courses. It's very academically challenging as well, lots of upper division courses. One of the prerequisites with this is you do need to have a 3.0 GPA and be a junior, whereas if you're just wanting to come to our study center, it would be a 2.5 GPA, and we accept, anywhere from freshmen on up. And then some of the short-term options that we offer as well. So we do a J term and a May term, depending on how your academic calendar falls. And then we also have summer programs as well. So we have 3 weeks in May, 4 weeks in June, or 4 weeks in July. And you can mix and match those sessions if you just want to come for one session, 2, or all 3. And then we offer a variety of language courses and electives. So that's a really great way to get a lot of credits out of the way over the summer. So our multicultural perspectives, so the traveling programs, as I mentioned, so we're offering 2 for next year. So there's a program in January that looks at the peoples of Spain, cultural diversity, past and present. This is a brand new program. We're all really excited about it. You would spend a week in Barcelona, a week in Sevilla, and a week in Madrid. Or in May, we're doing a food and culture course that travels. So you do a week in Barcelona, a week in Rome, and a week in Athens. And you're traveling around with the same faculty member, same group of students. And both courses include the transportation between the cities as well. All right, so now as we get into the local institutions that we partner with. So we work with the Autonomous University of Barcelona, the UAB. This is going to be an international business and humanities option that we offer over the semesters. Just do a quick time check here. Perfect. So this institution, as you can see from the photos, it's absolutely stunning. The UAB is a World UNESCO Heritage Site, and you can see why. I mean, it's absolutely breathtaking. It has about 43,000 students and was founded back in 1968. So this is going to have the largest variety of elective courses available, going to be on the Spanish grading system. And this is going to be probably the most popular option for international students in general. There's typically no local students in the classroom, but you would be taking courses alongside, students from Germany, all over the world, students from Central America. I was about to say Australia, but unfortunately they aren't traveling right now, but there are generally, a lot of Australian students as well. And the class size is anywhere from about 10 to 30 students, so still relatively small. The next university that we work with is the University of Barcelona. So as you can probably guess, this is the oldest institution in Barcelona. Again, very similar to the UAB in terms of, the look and the feel. It's incredible when you're there. I always tell students if I could go back and do it all over again, the University of Barcelona is definitely a place that I would jump at the opportunity to study abroad. So it was established way back in the 1400s. It's a little bit larger than the UAB, about 65,000 students across all of their campuses, but the international student body is a little bit smaller. It's consistently ranked as one of Spain's top universities. And this is a really good option for maybe students that are wanting to take courses in Spanish, but at a level for maybe non-native or fluent speakers. So if you're wanting to challenge yourself to take your history courses in Spanish and then also take Spanish language, this would be a really great option for you. Class sizes, again, relatively small depending on the course. And then last but not least, the UPF. So again, this is the newest institution in Barcelona. It was founded back in 1990, about 14,000 students, so a lot smaller. Variety of specific programs and tracks. So for those of you that are STEM majors, this is a really great option. If you are international business, econ, BAPIS, as you see it listed there, that stands for the Barcelona Interdisciplinary Studies Program. So they're going to have a wide variety of courses to choose from. This is also the one campus where you can take courses alongside local Barcelona students. All right, so that is a quick overview of our study programs. I am going to jump into our internship programs. So our in-person internships, so there's two different options right now for internships. So we have in-person internships, and then we also have virtual internships as well. So our in-person internships, as I mentioned earlier, 100% customized to your major, preferences, experience, and your career goals. Our internships are very immersive. I always tell students you're not just going to be making copies or getting coffee. You are very much contributing to the real world projects of an organization. So it's a wonderful experience to put on your resume, really sets you apart in your job search. We have placements available throughout the year. So there's a variety of start dates that you can choose from. And we offer 6, 8, and 12-week durations over the semesters, and then 6 or 8-week options during the summer. There is also the option to only do an internship and get academic credit for it. So we can work that out with you. Or you can combine our internships program with our study center if you're wanting to take courses and do an internship. These are some of the most popular majors that we see for internships. By no means is this a comprehensive, list of everything. But again, this is just what we see most commonly in Barcelona, and we have placements available for both English and Spanish. And then virtual internships. So this is something that we have added as a result of COVID-19, just giving students that international experience from home while international travel has been a bit limited. So this gives you the opportunity to get that international career experience. We would match you up with a company in Barcelona. You're working flexible hours. We are, of course, a 9-hour time difference from Barcelona here on the West Coast. So you would work it out with your supervisor, have very flexible hours, and then you're checking out or you're checking in with them throughout the week on different projects to see what your progress has been. We have lots of different group learning sessions, coaching, professional development. So again, you're still able to connect with other interns on the program virtually. Of course, this fits within our TOTOS initiative. It really increases access for students who may have had, challenges going abroad, whether it's fitting it into your academic plan or financially. So again, really great option to get some international experience. So the majors for our virtual internships are a little bit more limited just because we really want to make sure it's an immersive experience for you, that you're able to have, enough projects to do remotely. So really popular with advertising, marketing, anything in business, design. And then lots of the internships are going to be, research projects, business development, a lot of social media, content creation, translation is also a really popular one as well. And then this is a really great quote that I love. It's really what study abroad and international experience is all about. I was a completely different person before I came to Barcelona. The things I learned from being here, working, and meeting new people have helped to sculpt me into a more independent and strong adult. So that's really what the experience is all about. One other thing I will add, just in terms of COVID, of course, we're getting that question often from students. So with Barcelona SAE, we've actually had students back on site as of spring 2021. So we've had smaller groups this year. It is our hope once Cal State Fullerton opens up study abroad, to return to, a bit larger groups. But again, we have a full COVID protocol in place. We have a very flexible refund policy as well that will likely continue through at least the end of 2022. So we, don't necessarily want COVID to stand in the way of you planning. And I always tell students that earlier you plan, the easier it's going to be. So even if you're a year or two away from going abroad, I would definitely start looking at your options now. Be talking with your study abroad office, be talking with your department, your academic advisor, and really start to map things out, because the earlier you plan, the easier the experience will be. So a little bit about what's included. So as I mentioned earlier, we pride ourselves on being the best value in Barcelona with the most included. So what that means is we include your tuition or your internship placement. We have a program fee, so that's going to cover all of these things on the list. We do a airport pickup. We'll get you to your housing. As I mentioned earlier, we offer a variety of housing options. So you can live in a residence hall with other students, an apartment in the city with other students, and then homestays. And those generally include breakfast and dinner. All of the cultural mentor programs, activities, as I mentioned earlier. Medical and accident insurance is included with our program. On-site 24-hour support. So we have a local team there with you every step of the way. Language exchanges with local students. Academic field trips, professional development workshops, guest speakers, and so on and so forth. And then the Barcelona bucket list, as I mentioned earlier, it's 100 different things to do throughout the city. We really encourage you, to see maybe neighborhoods that otherwise you never would have thought to go to. It gives you really good ideas on like the weekends, how to spend your time. And then we have an Instagram contest that's connected with it. And every month we're giving away, Segway tour of the city, or a cultural dinner, or maybe tickets to a Barca game. And then this is another one of our favorite quotes from a student. If I would have known how much was included through Barcelona SAE, the choice of whom to study abroad through would have been so easy. So we hear that from our students time and time again. Even when they come on the program, they don't realize until they're in Barcelona how much is actually included with the cost. So we want to make it really easy for you guys. You pay one program fee, and that includes pretty much everything outside of your flight and any spending money, and then the meal situation, depending on the program that you choose. So a little bit about our dates, deadlines, and costs. You can find information on our website. So we offer programs year-round, as I mentioned earlier. Check out our website. Up at the top, you'll see a tab that's dates and costs. Also has all of our application deadlines as well. If you're looking at next fall, for instance, the application deadlines are going to be generally around May or June of next year. But again, always check with your study abroad office at Fullerton. They might have earlier internal deadlines, especially if you're wanting to use your financial aid. So with that, we do have a few moments for questions. I don't know if anybody has dropped anything in the chat, or if anybody has any questions, feel free to unmute yourself if you'd like. Hopefully that was helpful. I know it was a lot of information. Anybody have any questions at all? Awesome. If not, I will leave you all to it. We'll wrap up a few moments early. But again, my name's Kristen. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. I will actually pop my email address here in the chat for you. And then we also have information listed on Fullerton's website as well, with links to our programs and our website.